What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing great and ready for something powerful, because today's video is going to hit differently. We're talking about 8 ruthless lessons that will make you dangerously smart. Not just motivated, not just inspired, but mentally unshakable. These lessons are not the usual positive quotes or feel-good advice. They're the kind of truths most people avoid, the kind that force you to face yourself, to see the world as it really is. Because the truth is, life doesn't reward those who play it safe. It rewards the ones who are aware, disciplined, and bold enough to face reality without flinching. If you're tired of being stuck, tired of repeating the same mistakes, and ready to finally think and move like someone who's in control of their destiny, this video is for you. Each lesson in here will challenge your comfort, your mindset, and your limits. But if you can handle them, you'll walk away sharper, stronger, and smarter than you've ever been. So grab a notebook, lock in, and stay until the end. Because once you understand these 8 lessons, you won't see the world the same again. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Nobody is coming to save you. Let's start with the most brutal truth of all. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not the government, and definitely not luck. You are the only one responsible for the life you live and the results you get. Most people never accept this. They wait for the right timing, for someone to believe in them, for an opportunity to magically appear. But that's not how life works. The world owes you nothing. You can't sit around hoping that someone will see your potential or pull you out of your problems. The only person capable of changing your life is staring back at you in the mirror. The moment you truly understand that no one is coming, everything changes, because you stop waiting and start moving. This mindset doesn't make you cold, it makes you unstoppable. You take full ownership of your actions, your mistakes, your growth. You stop saying it's not fair and start asking, what can I do about it? You stop blaming others and start building yourself. It's a harsh reality, but it's freedom too. Because once you realize it's all on you, you stop depending on anyone else to save you, and you become the kind of person who can save themselves. That's where true power begins. Chapter 2. Emotions are tools, not masters. The second ruthless lesson. Your emotions are meant to serve you, not control you. The difference between people who win and people who lose isn't intelligence. It's emotional control. Most people are slaves to their feelings. They get angry and say things they regret. They get afraid and stop taking action. They get jealous and lose focus. If you want to be dangerously smart, you need to flip the script. You need to learn to observe your emotions instead of obeying them. Fear, anger, sadness, these are signals, not instructions. They're there to give you information, not to dictate your behavior. The smartest people know how to use emotions strategically. They channel anger into discipline. They use fear as motivation to prepare better. They turn pain into purpose. It's not about being emotionless. It's about mastering your emotional energy so it works for you, not against you. This kind of control is rare. It takes awareness, patience, and self-discipline. But once you develop it, you become dangerous. Because while others are reacting impulsively, you're thinking clearly. While they lose control, you stay calm, calculated, and composed. The person who can't control their emotions will always be controlled by someone who can. Remember that. Chapter 3. Comfort is the silent killer. The third ruthless lesson. Comfort destroys ambition. It's the silent killer of dreams, because it feels good while it's killing you. Most people aren't defeated by failure. They're defeated by comfort. Comfort is seductive. It convinces you that you're okay where you are. It whispers, "You've done enough," when deep down, you know you haven't. The truth is, nothing great has ever come from comfort. Growth is always uncomfortable. Always. Every skill, every achievement, every breakthrough comes from doing what most people avoid, pushing through fear, boredom, and pain. When life gets hard, most people retreat. But the ones who win, they lean in. They use discomfort as a compass, a sign they're moving in the right direction. The gym hurts, but it builds strength. Rejection stings, but it builds resilience. Loneliness feels heavy, but it builds independence. If you want to be dangerous, train yourself to crave challenge, to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because comfort may feel safe now, but it's slowly killing your potential. And when you look back years from now, regret will hurt more than any struggle you face today. So don't run from the pain. Use it. Every bit of discomfort is shaping you into someone sharper, tougher, and smarter. The easy path never leads anywhere worth going. Chapter 4. People don't want the truth. They want validation. The fourth ruthless lesson is one that will change the way you see people forever. Most people don't actually want the truth. They want validation. They don't want to be challenged. They want to be agreed with. They don't want reality. They want comfort. And when you understand this, you stop wasting your energy trying to make everyone see things your way. Most people are addicted to being right. They'll twist facts, ignore logic, and reject evidence just to protect their ego. You can show them truth, but if it threatens their identity, they'll fight you for it. That's why so many people stay stuck, not because they don't know what to do, but because they don't want to face the truth that would force them to change. If you're someone who values truth, this can be frustrating. But here's the power move. Stop arguing. Start observing. You don't need to prove anyone wrong. The truth doesn't need defending. It just needs time. The world eventually exposes everything that's fake. The smartest people know when to speak and when to stay silent. They use truth like a weapon, strategically, not emotionally. They understand that not everyone deserves access to their insight or perspective. You don't have to convince the blind to see. You just keep walking in the light. Being dangerously smart means valuing truth over popularity. It means you'd rather be real than liked. Because in a world built on illusions, clarity is power, and truth is your greatest advantage. Chapter 5. Your mind is your greatest weapon. Guard it ruthlessly. The fifth ruthless lesson. Your mind is your most powerful weapon, but it's also your biggest target. Every day, something is trying to control it. Social media, ads, entertainment, opinions, distractions. If you don't guard your mind, the world will program it for you. Think about it. Your thoughts determine your actions. Your actions determine your results, and your results shape your life. So if your thoughts are weak, scattered, or manipulated, what kind of life can you expect to build? That's why the smartest people are extremely protective of what they let into their heads. They treat their attention like currency, because that's exactly what it is. They don't waste it on gossip, negativity, or meaningless noise. They don't scroll aimlessly or argue online. They read, they study, they think. They create mental space for clarity, strategy, and focus. Guarding your mind also means controlling your environment, because your surroundings shape your thoughts. The conversations you have, the people you spend time with, the content you consume, all of it is influencing you, whether you realize it or not. Feed your mind with strength, not weakness, with knowledge, not chaos, with silence, not noise. Because when your mind is disciplined and clear, you become unpredictable. And in a world full of mental clutter, clarity is power. Remember, your mind is your battlefield. Protect it like your life depends on it, because it does. Chapter 6. Discipline beats motivation. Every time, the sixth ruthless lesson is the backbone of every success story. Discipline will take you where motivation never can. Motivation is temporary. It's that spark of energy that makes you want to start something, but it fades the moment things get hard. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation dies. Most people rely on motivation, and that's why they fail. They only act when they feel inspired. But winners? They act regardless of how they feel. They've trained their minds to obey commitment, not emotion. Discipline means showing up on the days you don't feel like it. It means working when you're tired, staying consistent when progress is slow, and staying focused when everyone else gets distracted. It's not glamorous, but it's powerful. Every great athlete, thinker, and leader has one thing in common: consistency. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it. They understand that emotion follows action, not the other way around. You move first, and motivation catches up later. The truth is, the gap between average and elite isn't talent. It's discipline. Most people can do what's required. They just won't do it long enough. But the one who shows up every day without excuses becomes unstoppable. So stop chasing motivation. Build systems. Build habits. Build self-control. Because when you master discipline, you no longer need to be pushed. You become the push. And that's what makes you truly dangerous. Chapter 7. Isolation builds power. The seventh ruthless lesson is one that most people will never understand. Isolation isn't weakness. It's power. We live in a world that's terrified of being alone. People constantly distract themselves with noise, attention, and company because they're afraid of facing their own thoughts. But here's the truth. Solitude is where transformation happens. When you're alone, there are no masks, no lies, no external influence. Just you and your reality. And that's where real growth begins. Isolation strips away illusions and forces you to confront who you truly are. Your habits, your patterns, your flaws, and your potential. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's the kind of discomfort that builds clarity. The most dangerous people are the ones who've learned to master solitude. They don't need constant validation, attention, or approval. They use their alone time to think deeply, to plan, to improve, and to evolve. They understand that greatness is built in silence, not in crowds, not in trends, not in noise. When you learn to be comfortable alone, you become untouchable. You stop depending on others for peace, direction, or identity. You become self-sufficient, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And that kind of independence is terrifying to people who still need the crowd to feel complete. Chapter 5. The discipline of consistency. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Anyone can feel motivated for a day. But consistency, that's what separates the strong from the weak. Motivation fades, but discipline stays. It's showing up when you don't feel like it. It's choosing progress over comfort, focus over distraction. You won't always see results right away, but every act of consistency builds your foundation. Each small effort compounds until one day it all makes sense. Seneca once said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." And that's what discipline does. It prepares you for the moment your chance arrives. So don't chase perfection. Chase persistence. Show up daily. Keep building. Because real success doesn't happen overnight. It happens every day you refuse to quit. Chapter 6. The power of now, the end. We spend too much time waiting for the right moment. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. There's only now. Right now, you have the power to change your story. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. The past is gone. The future isn't promised. The present is where your strength lives. Marcus Aurelius once said, "While you live, while it is in your power, be good." So stop waiting for the world to align. Start today. Start with what you have, where you are. Because this minute, this very moment, could be the one that changes your life forever. If this message spoke to your soul, make sure you subscribe to the Stoic Men Tribe. Like, comment, and share this video with someone who needs it. Let's keep building together. One mindset, one purpose, one moment at a time. And remember, it only takes 1 minute to change your life. Stoic Men Tribe. Build strong. Think stoic. Comment below. What part of today's affirmation, what you think you become, resonated with you most deeply? Why do you think it struck a chord? Your insight might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if you're serious about changing the way you think and showing up as your highest self every single day, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss your daily mental reset.